So we are looking at a city today that is, well, technically it's only 30 minutes away from Beijing by high-speed rail.
Right, a quick hop.
A quick hop, exactly. But based on the sources we've pulled, it might as well be on a different planet.
It's a jarring transition. I mean, you leave the imperial intensity of the capital, the politics, the history, the sheer scale of Beijing.
Yeah.
And half an hour later, you're in a place that feels like a European port city that, decided to stop taking itself so seriously.
That is exactly the vibe I'm getting from this stack. We are doing a deep dive into Tianjin today. And usually when we talk about these secondary cities, the sources could be a bit apologetic. But the material here, from architectural reviews to hardcore food blogs, paints a picture of a city with a massive personality.
Oh, it's distinct. Tianjin isn't trying to be Beijing, and it's certainly not trying to be Shanghai. It's got this reputation for being down to earth, incredibly humorous, and visually just a complete paradox.
And that's our mission for this deep dive. We need to figure out how one city can simultaneously be the global museum of architecture, the carb capital of northern China, and
the home of comedy.
And honestly, looking at the photos of the architecture, museum almost feels like an understatement. It looks like a movie set where the director couldn't decide on a genre.
It's a patchwork history. To understand Tianjin visually, you have to understand the concessions.
Okay.
In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, this was a treaty port. But unlike other ports that might have had one or two foreign powers present, Tianjin had nine.
Nine different countries governing slices of the city at the same time.
Exactly. You had the British, French, Italians, Germans, Japanese, Austrians, Belgians, and they were all building in their native styles right next to each other.
Which brings us to the 5 Great Avenues, or Wudadao. I was looking at the breakdown of this area. It's not just a few preserved houses.
Oh, no. It's over 2,000 villas. The scale is immense.
2,000. It's basically an open-air expo of early 20th century world architecture.
That's it, exactly.
The travel guides describe taking a horse-drawn carriage down Machang Avenue, which is the widest and oldest of the 5 streets. And the description is wild. You pass a Spanish-style villa.
With the arched windows.
Right. And next door is a heavy, Renaissance-style mansion.
Yeah.
It's disjointed in a way that feels incredibly modern, even though it's a century old.
And we have to get specific here. We have to look at the Italian-style town. This is something that really stands out in the research.
It does.
Because it is acknowledged as the largest cluster of Italian architecture outside of Italy.
That is a huge claim. Bigger than, say, Little Italy in New York or the neighborhoods in Buenos Aires.
In terms of a preserved, cohesive colonial district, yes. The urban planning is completely Mediterranean. You've got Marco Polo Square at the center.
With the winged lion statue.
Oh, the winged lion, the fountain, the radial street layout. I mean, if you ignore the Chinese signage for just a moment, the whole sensory experience, the stonework, the plazas, it feels indistinguishable from a mid-sized Italian town.
But this is where Tianjin gets weird. Because you have this European classical vibe on one side of the street, you turn a corner and run into the porcelain house.
Yes.
And I have to say, the photos of this place, they broke my brain a little bit.
The China house. It is the definition of eccentric.
Eccentric is being polite. This is a standard French-style villa,
Yeah.
right? A historic building. And then a collector named Zhang Lianzi bought it.
And decided it needed a makeover.
A very heavy makeover. He covered the entire thing. Walls, roof, pillars, everything in antique porcelain. The stats in the briefing are staggering. 700 million porcelain shards.
Wow.
4,000 ancient vases, 400 marble sculptures.
It's a mosaic on an industrial scale.
And it's not just, random gluing. There's a 768-meter dragon winding through the property made entirely of these shards. But what I loved finding in the notes was the linguistic reason behind the vases.
You mean the walls of peace?
Yes.
Right.
In Chinese, the word for vase is ping, which is a homophone for peace, also ping.
Okay.
So by plastering the walls with thousands of vases, he wasn't just hoarding antiques, he was physically building a prayer for peace.
That's a fascinating bridge, isn't it? He took a colonial structure, a symbol of that foreign occupation, and literally paved over it with Chinese history and symbolism.
Reclaiming the space.
In the most flamboyant way possible.
It connects the old world to the local culture perfectly, but we can't talk about architecture in Tianjin without pivoting to the future. We have to talk about the Tianjin Binhai Library.
This project went viral the second it opened, designed by MVRDV.
It looks like something from Star Trek. You have this massive spherical auditorium in the center that's the pupil of the eye, and the bookshelves just ripple outwards around it like the contours of an eye socket. It looks like it holds 1 billion books.
It is visually stunning. It's meant to be a social space, a living room for the city, but there is a detail about those bookshelves that sparked a lot of debate in the architectural community.
The fake books.
The fake books. If you look closely at the upper levels, the ones you can't actually reach, those aren't spines of real books.
What are they?
They are aluminum plates printed with images of books.
Wow. So it creates the illusion of infinite knowledge without the structural weight of actual paper.
Precisely. And critics jumped on this, asking if it's form over function. But I think that misses the point of Tianjin. Whether it's the Italian town, the house covered in vases, or the library with the printed books, this is a city that loves a spectacle. It loves the visual drama.
It values the vibe, to put it casually, which actually is the perfect segue to the personality of the people living inside these movie sets. Because the sources are unanimous. Tianjin is the comedy capital of China.
It really is. And this isn't just about, people telling jokes at dinner. This is about sheng-sheng.
Crosstalk.
Crosstalk, yes.
I fell down a rabbit hole watching clips of this. It's described as linguistic dexterity. It's usually 2 guys in robes standing behind a table, and they're just going at it, speaking, imitating, teasing, singing.
It's like a rap battle mixed with a vaudeville routine.
That's a great comparison. It's fast, it's rhythmic, and it's incredibly sharp. And it's native to Tianjin. The history here is really important to understand why the humor is the way it is.
It is. It originated in the Nanxi district.
The Three No Cares district.
Yes. Historically, this was the area located between the foreign concessions and the old Chinese city. So it was a jurisdiction gap.
So nobody was in charge.
Exactly. The Chinese government didn't control it. The foreigners didn't want to police it. It was lawless.
So it became a hub for the underworld, but also for artists, street performers, and outcasts.
Exactly. It was a gritty, survivalist environment. And the humor that came out of there, the crosstalk, reflects that. It's the Tianjin temper. It's chatty. It's quick-witted. It involves a lot of smack talk, if you will. It was entertainment for people who had a hard life.
And it's still best experienced in that raw format. The travel guides say, don't go to a big shiny theater. Go to a tea house.
Places like Mingliu or Qiangxiangji.
You sit there, you're drinking tea. There's a pile of sunflower seed shells accumulating on the floor, which implies a very relaxed dress code.
Absolutely.
And you just laugh. It sounds so much more communal than the stiff theater experiences you might find in Beijing.
It's interactive, the audience is part of the rhythm, and that appreciation for craft extends to the visual arts too. Did you see the section on the woodblock prints?
The Yangli Yuking prints.
Yes.
These are the classic Chinese New Year images. The chubby babies holding the giant fish.
Which is another visual pun, like the vases. Fish, you, sounds like surplus, you.
So a baby holding a fish is a wish for abundance.
But the technique described in the video source we watched is insane. It's not just a stamp, it's a hybrid.
Right. They print the outline using a woodblock.
But then the color is hand-painted. It's the best of both worlds. You get the consistency of the print for the shape, but the vibrancy of painting for the finish. And the wood they use, dew wood or wild pear wood, is crucial.
It's art.